Hello, everybody. This is Bridget with Horse Auctions USA, and we are gearing up for one of the most anticipated events of September, and that is the Ocala Horse Sale held at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion in Ocala, Florida. Again, that is coming up this Saturday, September the 14th, sale day. Of course, we'll have lots of happenings the day prior on Friday. So I wanted to pop on here, make this video basically for a few things. Number one, to show you guys how to view all of the consignments and navigate everything in case you're unfamiliar. Two, to go over some schedule changes specifically on the previews because that's something you're going to want to know. And three, go over online bidding for those of you who are potentially interested in taking advantage of that. So first things first, where do you find everything? How do you look at the great lineup of horses that Ocala has? There's a few different options. First, you can absolutely utilize the Ocala Horse Sale website, and that is ocalahorsesale.com. As you can see, I have the homepage pulled up here. This is going to give you all the basics, the schedule, all that good stuff. Here there are direct links to two different ways to view all of the consignments in one place. The first is what's called this pre-catalog here. What that is a downloadable PDF version of the catalog, the same printed catalog that you will pick up and have in your hot little hands on sale day. I know for a lot of folks who are planning to, whether you're coming in person or planning to attend from home or on the road, you want something in your hands that you can write on and make notes. This is for you, okay? This is a great option to go ahead, print out, download, and then you can kind of make your notes in the margins, okay? It mirrors the printed catalog. So you've got, and like I said, you've got room to write and all of that good stuff. So that's the pre-catalog. Again, you can find it right on the Ocala Horse Sale website. It's right on the homepage. Pre-catalog, click here, PDF version. For those of you who want the interactive with photos, with videos, and also it happens to be the online bidding catalog, you guys can click here where it says online catalog. If you click there, that is going to bring you to the Horse Auctions USA site. This is a little more media rich, if you will. So for those of you looking to print something out, this may not be the one you want to go with, right? This is a good one if you want to get in here and navigate and watch videos and all that good stuff. Okay, but for those of you who want to print one, scope out that pre-catalog and go and get that printed. The other place that you can view things and where you're going to find up-to-the-minute changes is the Ocala Horse Sale Facebook page, which if you're watching this, you're probably already on. But anyway, this is what it looks like. Very important while I'm on this, Facebook is, rife with scammers as always. So this is the Ocala Horse Sale Facebook page, this and only this. It's a business page. We're not going to send you a friend request. If you got an Ocala Horse Sale friend request, that's not us. So just keep that in mind. This is what the page looks like. Here it is. This is the Facebook actual address, facebook.com/Ocala Horse Sale. If you're not on that, you're not on our page, okay? So this is the Facebook page. Like I said, any updates, any new consignments, any substitutions, changes, maybe we got additional videos, maybe we got some new photos, what have you, that's going to be over here on the Ocala Horse Sale Facebook page. So if you don't already like and follow it, now's your cue to do so. As I mentioned, we are going to have a schedule change, so let's talk about that schedule change. So as I said earlier, we do have demonstrations on Friday. There's always lots of happenings on Friday. The big change for this, if you're not familiar with the sale format at Ocala, within the catalog, we have catalog sale, and within the catalog, we have both a regular session and a preferred session. Okay, and the preferred session horses always start at hip number 50 in the catalog, and the preferred session horses have a separate set of parameters that they are held to in order to participate, okay? They also have always had their own preview, right? So specifically previewing the preferred session horses. We have in the past always done those previews on Saturday morning, and we have changed that. Preferred session demonstrations will now be on Friday at 12 noon. This is going to give a few different advantages to everybody here. Number one, for those of you who are specifically looking at some of those preferred session horses, you're going to get quite a bit of extra time to digest things, watch that preview, really see how these horses work through all of the requirements and how they perform, it gives you a little more time to kind of digest all that as opposed to doing it, Saturday morning right before the sale. Two, that opens up the arena all of Saturday morning prior to the sale for all of our sale horses to use it. So the Friday schedule is going to be as follows. Like I said, 12 o'clock noon, preferred session demonstrations. Then we will have a trail horse competition at 3 p.m. And then roping and cow horse demonstrations at 6. We will have cattle obviously for the roping and the cow horse demonstrations. So yes, for those of you asking, we do have cattle, and all the cattle work will start at 6 p.m. Friday. Saturday morning, we'll gear back up. Saturday morning is going to be open arena for all horses. While that isn't a quote-unquote official preview time, I will be there live on site, and I'll try to go live a couple times Saturday morning before the start of the sale to just kind of give you a peek at what's going on as those horses get ready to come in the sale ring. And then sale time is 11 o'clock Saturday morning. So that's the schedule. Like I said, there are a couple of changes there. The sale time is backed up just a tick to 11 o'clock, and the preferred session demonstrations are now on Friday. So all good changes that I think everyone will really enjoy. So let's talk about this whole online bidding thing, how it works. We've had online bidding at Ocala for quite some time now, but we have a lot of new folks. And so online bidding, if you've never done it before, might be a little intimidating, and the purpose of this video is to hopefully answer a lot of those common questions and make it a little less intimidating. As I mentioned at the start, I'm with Horse Auctions USA, and we provide the online bidding, and we've got a couple of different ways for you to participate. We have both a website, which we checked out from this link, and then we also have an app. So I want to talk to you about both of those. If you are thinking about bidding from your smartphone, your iPad, your tablet, any mobile device, I'm going to suggest that you take a peek at our app. It's super easy to use. You do not have to be even remotely tech savvy to operate it. You just have to have pretty rudimentary phone skills to navigate that app. And my users who have it overwhelmingly find it very simple. So how do we get that app? Well, there's a couple different ways. The first thing you can do is on the device that you want to put the app on, you can go to Horse Auctions, and there's an S at the end of auctions, USA.com. When you go to our main website, you'll see in the upper corner a little spot where it says Our App. And if you click on that, it will bring up this screen. And there you will find a direct download link here for your Apple product, here for your Android, and you can just click that. Alternatively, you can go to the Google Play or the App Store on your device. You can go to the search and type in Horse Auctions. Again, there's an S at the end, USA. This is what we look like. And then just click Get or Install, and you are off to the races. It is free to download. You don't have to do anything in order to get the app. Just install it and you're good to go. For the rest of you who prefer to use your browser, this website will work in any browser, Safari, Edge, Firefox, whatever your little heart desires. I prefer Chrome as it tends to be the most up-to-date browser, but again, you use the browser that you are most comfortable with. In your address bar, you are going to type bid, like you're placing a bid, BID period, horseauctionsusa.com. From here on out, whether you are in the browser or you are on the app, the rest of this is going to be pretty much the same. When you first open the app or you first navigate to bid.horseauctionsusa, as our name implies, we're all over the U.S. It's going to bring up a listing of all the upcoming sales. We are focused on Ocala Horse Sale. So you're going to click View Auction beneath Ocala Horse Sale. If you're on the app, the only difference for you folks is going to be that these sales are laid out vertically to better fit your screen. So again, I am going to click View Auction beneath Ocala Horse Sale. When you do that, it is going to bring up this, okay? This is basically an index of all of the horses that are consigned, okay? They're listed here in numerical order. You'll see a thumbnail, excuse me, and a little lead-in with a, kind of a teaser, if you will. As I mentioned, the preferred session horses will start at hip number 50, and you'll see a little notice letting you know, hey, this is where they start, okay? So you can kind of scroll down through, and when you see one you want to know a little bit more about, then you can click on it and proceed. So let's say I want to scope this guy out here. I'm going to click on him. It's going to bring up the complete description, okay? And if it says if they have a video, it'll say video right up here in the lead. And the video is always going to be the second thumbnail. So here's the first thumbnail. That's what's showing. If I go to the second one, that's going to be the video there. Okay. And then any additional photos will be here. Okay. Preferred session horses do also have x-rays as well as a pre-purchase exam. Most of them are uploaded. We are still waiting on a few. So again, if you're in the preferred session and you go in, you'll be able to navigate through their x-rays and their PPE findings. There are a couple of these guys that will have an actual link, just a couple, an actual link to their x-rays versus pictures of the x-rays. They both work the same way. So just know that if you're in the preferred session, you can look for all those little extras. You do have a search icon available here. So if you're looking for something very, very specific, for example, you are looking for a Palomino. Okay, you can type in Palomino, and anything that mentions Palomino is going to populate for you. If you're looking for a specific bloodline, okay, let's say spook. You can grab a keyword, and if it's mentioned in the horse's listing, it will pull up. I chose spook thinking bloodline, but of course that's also going to bring up if they use the term spook in their footnotes. So again, it's a computer. It's going to use, whatever. If you use a word, it's going to find it regardless of the context. So anyway, just kind of a neat feature that I don't think everyone realizes is there. You can search for very specific things. So let's talk about this actual online bidding and how it works and all of that. Before we do that, I'm going to have to sign out because I'm in my working account. There we go. All right. So now we're looking at this as if I am you. So you'll notice under each and every single horse, it says register to bid. That's what you're going to click to register to bid. It does not matter which animal you click this under, okay? As long as you are in Ocala Horse Sale, any one of the horses of the lot numbers in Ocala, you can click register to bid. So when you click this, it is going to bring up this screen right here. If you are brand spanking new to Horse Auctions USA, you've never had an account with Horse Auctions USA, don't put your email and your password in here. You folks are going to go to the very bottom where it says no account, sign up here, and you're going to click on that. That'll bring up this. You'll enter your name, your email, and your password and continue. When you continue, you're going to need to put in your address, your phone number, and then a valid credit or a debit card. When you register to bid, Horse Auctions USA is going to put a $1,000 pre-authorization on the card you register with. I apologize for the need to do that. As I mentioned before, scammers are afoot on Facebook. They're afoot in real life. So we have to protect both Horse Auctions USA as well as the sale company from the scammers. And unfortunately, this is the way we have to do it. So you do have to put a card in. I am going to put a $1,000 pre-authorization on the card. It's not a charge. It's just like when you get a car rental. It's a hold, and it's going to fall off at the end of the sale. I need to make sure that you are a real live person, you are over the age of 18, and you can pay for your winning bids. Okay? If you have mobile banking, there's a very good chance that you're going to get a notification from your bank when this happens and it looks like a charge. Please don't panic. If you actually open your mobile banking and look at it, you'll see that charge is there as pending. And that's how it's going to remain. It'll stay pending until the completion of the sale. And then once you've completed final payment for any of your winning bids, that's going to fall off on my end like it was never there. That happens immediately on my end. When it shows up on your end is entirely dependent on your bank, and that's something I have no control over. It varies bank to bank. For the majority of banks, because this sale does occur on a weekend, that's going to be Monday morning. Some banks it's going to be Tuesday. Again, if you still see it there, you need to call your bank about when that's going to be released, okay? I just know that it has been done on my end. For those of you who are returning users, you folks are the ones who are going to enter your email and your password here. Excuse me. If you forgot your password, we do have the handy dandy forgot your password link here. So you can absolutely use that. 1 in 1,000 times people use this and they wait a few minutes and the reset link for their password never appears. Okay, it just vanishes into cyberspace. The gremlins get it. I don't know where it goes, but it doesn't get to you. Should that happen to you, please don't panic. I can absolutely reset your password for you, and I am happy to do so. You will just need to send me a text with your email and a little note that says, hey, I forgot my password, help, and I'll take care of it for you. My phone number is all over the place, but I'll give it to you here as well. Again, my name is Bridget. The phone number is 336-904-8903. So again, first step is to use the forgot your password link, and if that should fail you, like give it about 10 minutes, you can just text me and I'll fix it for you. So let's go ahead and get signed into my bidder account so we can talk about what bidding looks like, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and sign in, and now things look a little different. So once you have registered to bid and you are signed in, you too will see things that look different. The first thing is that your name is going to appear at the top. And the second thing is that all your little register to bid prompts now ask you if you want to place a bid. So those are your indicators that yes, you are in fact registered to bid and viewing a sale that you're registered for. This first lot, lot number 0, is something I want to call everyone's attention to. This is both a practice bidding lot, and we're going to use that here in just a moment, and it is also an information lot. It has the basics. It has a very rudimentary overview of online bidding, and it's kind of a good resource to just refer back to, okay? So do use this. Do take a peek at that lot. So let's pretend for a moment that we're watching live and we want to bid. And how does this all work? So on Saturday morning, 11 o'clock, when we go live, you'll get logged in. Yep, my name's there. I'm good to go. Make sure all of that's good ahead of time. And I tell you this because you can absolutely watch the live sale without being logged in. So don't make the mistake of thinking you're logged in just because you're watching, all right? If you have any intention of bidding online, make sure that you take a moment and see your name and that you have bid in front of you instead of register to bid. It'll save you a lot of heartache should the horse you want to bid on come in and then you realize that you're not logged in. So you'll want to get on the active lot, get on the site, and it says, oh, yep, they're selling lot number 0. You're going to click View Live. And if we were actually live at the moment, this would bring up the real-time audio and video. Since we're not, obviously that's not there. So you'll be watching, you'll have everything. There's no delay on the live feed, okay? So you'll be able to see and hear everything in real time as it is happening. For those of you who have difficulty following an auctioneer, please know, number one, you're not alone. It's a very, very common problem. Auctioneers go pretty fast and not everyone can follow along with an auctioneer's chant. And I've had some people get a little panicky because they can't quite understand the auctioneer. Please don't panic. Our wonderful pedigree readers, I know Robbie Rayner will be reading easy to follow. You'll be able to hear everything you need to know about the horses before the auctioneer starts with the auctioneer's chant. So if you can't quite keep up with the auctioneer, don't panic. That is my job, and I will be keeping up with the auctioneer. So what you really need to worry about coming out of the auctioneer's mouth is the dollar amount, right? What he's asking for. That number is going to be reflected here on your bid button. So I'll stay with the auctioneers, and I'll keep this number updated. You just worry about that. So we're live. The auctioneer is asking if, for $1,000 bid, and I'm good there, so I want to bid. So I'm going to click to bid, and when I do, it's going to then say confirm bid. This is very important for those of you who are going to bid live. I have not yet clicked confirm bid, so I have not bid. You've got to click confirm bid or your bid isn't going to go through. So I'm going to click it again, and there we go. I am the high bidder, right? It is turned green, I have little stars, and it specifically says I'm the high bidder. So if you're bidding live, you need to click to confirm the bid. Why is it that way? Well, nobody wants an accidental bidding, okay? Nothing good has ever come of that. So we want you to click twice. Once to bid, twice to confirm the bid. Another thing I want to point out for my live bidders. There's no lag on our end, okay? Southeastern Livestock Pavilion has fantastic internet service. It's real time and it's quick. Likewise, it's an auction, so it's fast paced, okay? If you've got any kind of lag on your end, like you have poor service at home or you're traveling and you have poor cell service, or if you're hesitant about live bidding, be aware that if you have enough of a delay or you wait just long enough, there's a very real chance that your bid might not come in time, okay? So just be very cognizant of that. Be aware of whether or not you're operating in slower internet service, and just kind of do your due diligence ahead of time so you don't freeze up and delay. Once the auctioneer says sold, like the second he says sold, I click sold. it's over, right? It's done. So if your bid comes in as he's saying sold, it is too late. Every single sale everywhere in America, at least one person does that, and then they're very disappointed. And I hate that. We don't want you to be disappointed. We want you to get the horse that you want. But you've got to get your bids in at a fairly rapid pace because, again, it is a live auction. So just be aware of that. We are going to talk about another option just that might help you avoid that kind of issue, and that is the pre-bidding or early absentee bidding option. So that is why it says bid. Why can you place bids already if the sale doesn't actually start until Saturday? Well, because we do offer pre-bidding or early absentee bidding. What is it? If you ever used eBay, same kind of thing. This allows you to place your bids ahead of time and let the computer proxy bid for you. Okay, when would you use this? The most obvious time would be maybe you just can't watch live on Saturday, okay? You have to work and your boss is not into you purchasing horses on company time. It's pretty understandable. Maybe your child has a game of some sort. But the less obvious reasons are kind of what I just touched on. If you live in rural America with horses, you may or may not have great internet, okay? Coverage varies widely. So you know if wherever you'll be, if you're home, if your videos are, buffering all the time or you get that little circle that's always spinning, then you might have slow internet. If you're going to be traveling and or you're unsure what kind of internet connection you have, you guys might want to think about that too. The other thing that I touched on is if you're hesitant or you get kind of a little bit of anxiety with big purchases. At the end of the day, buying a horse is a big purchase, right? It's a big decision. And sometimes the pressure of a live auction is a little stressful for people to kind of make those snap decisions. So in all of those scenarios, you folks might want to think about the pre-bidding or the absentee bidding. The reason I say that is it's something you can do right now. You can do it right up through, sale time. And that's kind of place your bid ahead of time. It allows you the opportunity to really, really think about the horse, what you want to spend, shop that horse, and thoughtfully make that decision without the pressure of the live auction going on. Like I said, a really, really good option for a lot of people. And for those of you with doggy internet, a great option. I have a lot of people who live in a poor internet area who will use the pre-bidding option. They'll still watch live so they can jump in if they have to, if they need to increase a bid or something of that nature. But placing that absentee bid and letting the computer do the work for you will take that not getting your bid in fast enough, chance off the table, so to speak. So how do we use that? You'll notice next to the bid button on each of these that there is a little drop down arrow, right? So and I'm going to go up on the practice lot, and I'm going to encourage you folks to use this practice lot, by the way, when we're done. If you grab that little drop down arrow, it's going to bring up this create max bid. So you're going to click on that, and that's going to bring this up. This is where you're going to put your maximum bid in, okay? That's the most that you want to spend on a horse. I'm going to keep my max bid fairly low here because I want you guys to come in and play with it and knock me out and knock each other out and see how it works. So I'm just going to go with like a $3,000 bid here, and I'm going to say place max bid. And I want you guys to see what happens when I do that. So you just watched me. I placed a maximum bid of $3,000, and the computer has recognized that because it's telling me here your maximum bid on this lot is $3,000. What I want you to specifically notice is that I'm still the high bidder at only $1,000. Please don't be afraid to use that maximum bidding option thinking the computer is just going to whack you for the maximum bid right out of the gate, right? The computer didn't just put me in for $3,000. Once you do this absentee bidding, you take advantage of this, you're telling the computer that it's your agent and you want it to work on your behalf, okay? So now the computer's job is not to just whack in there for your maximum bid. The computer's job is to get you that horse for the lowest possible amount, right? It's bidding as your proxy on your behalf. So now that I've put this max bid in, the computer's like, okay, I gotcha. You were the high bidder at 1,000, and you're going to sit there at 1,000 until one of you comes along and knocks me out. And if one of you comes along and bids $1,250, the computer is going to put me back in at $1,500. It's not going to automatically jump to 3,000. It is going to raise my bid by the lowest possible bid increment amount until we reach that maximum. Now, if I get knocked out here and one of you guys comes along and bids $3,250, I'm going to get a notice that says you're out. You need to increase your maximum bid or bid again. Okay, so things you need to know. It's not going to instantly put you in for your maximum bid, and it is not going to bid more than your maximum bid. Okay, it's not going to do those things. Something else you need to know. When we're live, it's the same thing, right? The computer's going to bid on your behalf. I'll be entering the floor bids as they come in, and the computer's going to put your bids in accordingly, okay? So it's going to do all the legwork for you. I can see if someone's got a pre-bid place that'll say, you know, that there's a little star telling me that John Smith's got a pre-bid in. So let's just say Practice Horse comes in here, and we've got all of Practice Horse's information. That's what John Smith read when he placed that pre-bid. But John Smith says, oh, by the way, Sparky here cribs at feeding time, and that wasn't over here in the footnotes. Or Sparky got kicked on the trailer on the way in, and he's limping pretty good. I'm going to take John Smith's pre-bid out. There's a little button that lets me delete him, and I'm going to delete that bid. And I'm going to tell you, if I can see that you're live, hey, John, this horse cribs, or hey, John, this horse is limping pretty bad. That's different than this information here, so I'm going to take your bid out. The reason I tell you that is I want you to use this option, you know, if it's one that works well for you with confidence, all right? We don't want you getting an unwelcome surprise. The goal here is for everyone to be happy at the end of the night and like their horse, okay? And so sending you a surprise, and not a surprise in a good way, is not the goal. So just know if you've got a pre-bid placed on a horse and I knock you out, maybe you weren't able to watch live at that moment, so you don't understand why your pre-bid got knocked out. It's because something was announced or observed that wasn't available to you here, and that's not fair. We don't want that happening. So let's say you're the winning bidder. Yay, congratulations, good job. What do we do? Kayla from the office will be giving the winning bidders a call throughout the day. So if you, let's say, yep, boom, you won your horse, you're all excited, as you should be. It's a big deal. You want to know what to do next. The girls, well, you may be done. The girls in the office aren't, right? The ladies in the office are working very hard. They got people in and out of there, and they get a little swamped pretty much all day long. So Kayla's going to call you if you're a winning online bidder. It probably just won't be, you know, 30 seconds after you win the bid. All right. It's going to be just a little bit. They do a real good job at keeping up with the online bids and reaching out. So should be generally within the hour or so of you winning a bid, but just know it's probably not going to be instant. So I know everyone gets excited when they have the winning bid, and that's awesome, and we're excited for you. Just know we're not able to answer the phone, you know, instantly. We're still working. We'll call you just as soon as we can to get everything arranged. You will need to pay for your horses directly to Ocala Horse Sales Office, right? Like I said, that hold that I put on Horse Auctions USA, that's just a hold, a good faith hold to make sure that you're real live people. The actual final payment's going to be made directly to the Ocala Horse Sale Office. You'll have the option to pay by card. You do need to know there is a surcharge on cards. You can pay by check or by cash at pickup. When can you come get your horse? You can come get your horse Saturday all afternoon and into the early evening. Or you can come get your horse Sunday morning. Now, Sunday morning, people, this is very important. Sunday morning means Sunday morning. The horses have to be off site by 12 noon. That means not 1 p.m., not 2 p.m., 12 noon, not 12:30, 12 noon, okay? They got to be gone by 12 noon. The reason for that is we don't own the facility, we rent it, and that's the agreement, okay? So we're not trying to be mean and shuttle you out the door. That's just part of our contract. So the horses do have to be picked up by noon. I understand if you're from out of the area, maybe getting your shipper there by noon on Sunday isn't going to happen. That's okay. We're ready for that. We do have layover boarding facilities who will pick up your horse and layover board your horse at a very reasonable rate until such time as your shipper can get there. So just know that whether it's with the layover barn or whether it's with you or your shipper, noon on Sunday is the absolute last possible minute to pick up your horse. So having said all of that, I hope this has answered your online bidding questions. Again, if you've made it this far and you've still got questions, I'm here to help you. Again, my name is Bridget. 336-904-8903 is my cell. You can call or text me at any time with your questions. Super excited for the lineup of horses. Really looking forward to seeing all of you guys this weekend. It is going to be a great sale. So with all of that said, good luck, happy bidding, and we'll see you in Ocala.